everybody, welcome back to Talk That Talk. So we have a lot to talk about because the girls were fighting last night on Twitter. So let's start off with Glorilla, okay? Glorilla was not in the mess, but we do have to congratulate Glorilla because her song Tomorrow 2 featuring Cardi B debuted number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. So she has her first top 10 record, okay? Glorilla took to social media and she celebrated and thanked her fans and Cardi B on social media. And Cardi B also shared her excitement by saying, "We did it, cousin," and you know that her records live in the top 10. Okay, so really excited for Glorilla, happy for her, and a lot of things are moving really fast for her, so congrats to Glorilla. But this caused a lot of drama because Cardi B and JT all of a sudden got into it, okay? But before we get to that, let's talk about chart data real quick because chart data got some backlash also yesterday after posting all of Cardi B's top 10 hits on the Hot 100. And people were saying that chart data typically never does post like this randomly. Usually they'll do it on an artist's birthday or something like that. So people were in the comments saying, "Is this payola? Why are you guys posting this? X, Y, and Z." So that was very interesting because I usually don't see people going for chart data like that. But people were upset that they posted Cardi B's top 10 hits, okay? Also, I did want to quickly shout out Lil Baby because he did announce his album coming on October 14th. And it's going to have 23 songs and 7 collabs. Now, let's move on. So, JT said congratulations to Glorilla for her top 10 song Tomorrow 2, right? Someone on Twitter called her out for not saying Cardi B's name, okay? And they're like, "Oh, this must have got you tickled because you just said congrats Glo. You know you can't mention Cardi or your massa will get the whip." And JT responded, "Nah, actually the tweet was too long. Plus Cardi been having top 10. I've been congratulating her for years. This is Glo first one. I've been ignoring y'all, but y'all are hella annoying. Move around and get off my D. Thank you." All right. So after that happens, Cardi B then tweets first and says lapdog. Okay. And then she says go fetch. All right. So JT actually responded directly to her when she said go fetch. And she said, "Cardi, you go fetch a real talent. We DMing. Why you coming back here to put on a show for these kids?" Okay. And then people were asking JT, "Did Nicki put you up to this?" Okay. And she responded and said, "No, no, no, and no again. See, y'all want to know so bad and be wrong. I don't gossip with her about nobody. All this because of fan pages." Okay. So I was shocked that Cardi and JT were DMing once Cardi said lapdog. So is this really about JT not mentioning Cardi B's name? Why? Like what? Why is that such an issue? I don't know. I think that there had to be something brewing prior to this, and this just was the tip of the iceberg. Okay, this was literally just the tip of the iceberg. All right. So then Cardi gets back in and she says, "So wait, me and you talking in the DM woman to woman, but you take it to your timeline and throw shots calling me a bully and a wiener. Why you playing dumb? And you talking about a talent? Ha, you forgot P tried to put me on with your writer." Okay, so Cardi B is basically saying, you got a writer. Okay, you have a writer. You don't write your stuff. All right. So people were first telling Cardi to at her because there was a lot of subliminals going on, but then they started directly talking to each other. Okay. But this was interesting. All right. This was interesting because JT was saying, you know, all you got to do is be happy and that's enough to make a MF mad. I hope you don't think you know bully. And she called her a wiener dog. All right. People were calling out Cardi B too because they were saying, didn't Cardi just call out Akbar for texting and then running to Twitter only to do the same thing to JT? That woman contradicts herself. And then someone said, "Girl, be for real. JT write everything she touched and you called her a lapdog first, girl. You blind to the situation now. You never wrote a song ever." And then someone said, "So do you have writers? Because if Cardi B is claiming that she got put onto the writers for JT, that means that she's admitting to having writers." Okay? Then Cardi B goes, matter of fact, I'm not even doing this on the timeline. It's becoming real repetitive for doggy treats. We already addressing it in the DMs. Goodbye, y'all. Okay? So this got real interesting because JT replied to that whole, you put me onto your writer thing. And she said, that was before you replied and said you was talking about me. So tell the world why you said I'm a lapdog, Cardi. She wants Cardi to say that JT is a lapdog because JT is now affiliated and cool with Nicki Minaj. She wants her to put it out there. Say why. Say why, okay? JT also said, now you wanted our writer for our hooks, for our sound, because you clearly have none. Ask any writer. I write my own ish. You know this, okay? And we all know that JT writes. We know that JT writes. We know that Young Miami does not write. Someone also said the one Lil Yachty wrote for them, and JT replied to that, and she said the one I wrote my own verse to. That part, the part that people love as well. I can go on live and write a rap in the whole world face, but I don't give a F about that. I ain't a slave to y'all or no MF charts. Suck my D, okay? Now, people also called JT out because they were like, you're saying this while you were basically begging Cardi B in 2019 for a hit. This is insane. And JT said, I was in jail, but also very thankful. Also never dissed her. Also never had a problem. She said because I wrote her fans back. The same fans she cursed out like a dog. But hey, I could be wrong. I don't know. All right. So someone else was coming to JT. JT was replying to everybody last night. Okay. To everybody last night. So someone else came for JT and said the girl's chest feeling real strong, talking down on the same person that they gave them their biggest hit. Why the F would Cardi need your writers and hooks when they haven't worked out for you in how long? You're not even seeing the charts with them. Now, this happened because fans were posting screenshots of all the City Girls YouTube videos that they posted of their songs, and they showed the differences in views. It just basically showed that the song that they had with Cardi B when they did a collab a while ago, that has like 227 million views versus their other songs that don't have nearly as many views as that. So people were saying like, Cardi put y'all on and now you're going back and forth with her. So JT responds, she says, I don't care about no hit. Man, on my mother, I'm not a slave to Billboard or chart data. F y'all. And while you find a tweet or a time I talk crazy about Cardi B, you can't. Okay. So this is when the screenshot of the videos and the view count come up, and then Cardi B ended up using this because one of her fans basically made this and she ended up using it. So Cardi B said, I definitely didn't. P wanted to put me onto your writers because y'all numbers make him pennies. My talent speaks for itself though. And JT replied and said, Cardi, please, I'm not impressed. I don't care. I'm not about to beef with you about YouTube, girl. You crazy, okay? And she also says, but today was supposed to be about Glorilla. Instead, you called me a lapdog. Nah, B, I'm a big dog. The girls were going nuts, okay? Someone also said, a fan said of JT, they said JT ain't did nothing. What the hell? She congratulated someone that never had a top 10. Where the anger towards JT come from? And someone commented to that and said the hag thinks it's her song and everyone's got to congratulate her or their haters and D-writers. The same thing they accused Nicki of. All right. So people had a lot to say about this whole situation, and Cardi B wasn't finished. Okay, so Cardi B goes, didn't I hit you back in the DM 20 minutes ago, but I gotta come on the timeline for a response? And you're mute but steady arguing here. Like I said, this ish is for show. Opportunist. And JT says, maybe both are timing off, but how am I an opportunist? You call me a lapdog for no effing reason. Makes sense. Okay, but back to the DMs I go. And then she says, wait a minute. Wait, I'm back for this last tweet because who doing anything for doggy treats? If anything, Glorilla gave you a bone that you need to go feed that dog you was posted by the pool with for hot-ish fancy pants, okay? The Cardi B says hot-ish debut higher than any song you ever dropped or been on. Prison pants? Everybody has good and bad moments, but you haven't had one since what? Act Up? Child, these girls were going for each other's necks, okay? And JT had a few tweets to get off, so she goes, I wish I would ever let a chart make me feel less of a star. I literally came from nothing, did this ish with a rap I wrote on the road hitting licks. I did my time like a real B, and a B ain't scratched me in there. Okay, she also says the industry not even designed for girls like me to really win. Let's be real, all this ish is politics. P always told us to get that ish out the mud, grind hard. I lay down because I get discouraged from all these labels paying for every mother effing thing. So don't talk to me about no charts, none of y'all. I've been in rooms with top writers and told them they ish whack. The same writers that's quick to drag female rappers. Oh, I wrote this and that. This ish actually embarrassing and sad. So then Cardi B reshares a video where it basically is JT saying Cardi to fetch real talent, right? So JT told Cardi to catch real talent. And there's a video where P is telling JT not to rap like Cardi. This says it tells her to rap like Cardi. He's basically telling her to come in on the beat at a certain time, similar to how Cardi does, okay? So Cardi reshares this and says, oh wow. So I'm gonna play y'all that video real quick.
Yeah, listening, like when Cardi recorded her song, how it's a minute before that beat kick in. You want people to just be sitting there listening, like feeling you what you talking about before you just come in talking that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So the video is basically telling her to come in onto the beat like how Cardi does. Not necessarily the lyrics, her tone, her flow, or anything like that. So I thought that was a little bit of a reach. But her sister, Hennessy, hops in, okay? And she posts something on Instagram and she says, so my sister been beefing with a B on Twitter and another B takes it personal. Glow me, Cardi make it to top 10. That's why they really mad. Okay. And then Nicki Minaj. Now she was tweeting like laughing gifts to Whitney Houston and stuff. So she was just laughing. But Nicki Minaj then changed her Twitter Abby to a picture of JT. Okay. And then Cardi B changes her Abby to a picture of Remy Ma. All right. So it's just like really with the pettiness. So now she's really trying. Now she's responding back to Nicki Minaj's little small subliminals. I'm like, that's who your real issue is with, Cardi. You really have issues with Nicki. Because where did this stuff with JT come from? Where did it come from? For real. Like, you were probably very upset JT got on that Super Freaky Girl remix. That's what it seemed like. And then she was probably also pissed off that she said congrats Glow and not Cardi B. Which honestly, if I was Cardi B, I'd be like, dang, why she didn't say my name? You know? So I understand. But baby, this was crazy. So then basically someone says Cardi B made the City Girls. It's statistical fact. Who was checking for them before twerk? And then JT says Drake. Okay. So then Foxy Brown gets into it and asks JT and say, Bumbies try to clown you. Tell them the Royals crowned you. All right. Now, I do also want to talk about Carisha because I was expecting Carisha to come in and defend her sis or say something to shut it down, especially since Hennessy hopped in the convo. But we just got I just woke up from Carisha and a LOL. Really, Carisha? Now, we know I didn't expect her to do much because, you know, she was just supporting Cardi B, shouting her out, on Carisha, please. But your sister is having some issues with Cardi. So what does that mean now? Where was Saucy Santana? I was looking for all of them. Someone also pointed out on Twitter and said, see, this is why JT said that Carisha and Saucy Santana be acting funny about her. And I said, I don't know. I don't have enough information on that, but it's an interesting point to make during this time. So Jason Lee hopped into this too, and he said he talked to Big Barty. He also said he talked to JT, and the situation is squashed. They talked it out. And that's what he likes to see. And he doesn't like to see these female rappers fighting with each other. They both have respect for each other. And hip hop is bigger than this. And he also says, let me be clear. I love City Girls and Cardi. I'm on the phone tomorrow to get them on the same page. Because we need both of them. We're not letting the old lady get in the way. And he is talking about Nicki Minaj, of course. Okay. So that was a lot. All right. So what do you guys think about that whole situation? This video is getting kind of long, so we just gonna cut it here. Okay. But I think that this whole thing is about Cardi and Nicki Minaj's issue, and other people are getting dragged into that issue because now Cardi is going to start having issues with people that are associating with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki's going to have issues with people associating with Cardi B. You know, there's some ish going on with Lotto and Nicki, you know, so we'll have to see how this all plays out. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.